Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you guys doing alright. I hope that last video helped somebody think a little differently. Maybe some of the gamers. I know some of you guys definitely play video games or have. And a lot of that stuff is so true. All of it. Like your life is your storyline. Whatever you're good at is your skills in this reality, this game. That's it. The only way to get better is to acquire more skills. Become better at the skill you have naturally. Like I said, some of us have a lot of skills naturally, or one good skill that's looked at more than others. Like, we live in a world where yeah, I'm listening to that video as I'm making this video. Because, like I said, like if you look at sports, it's literally the one thing these guys get paid a lot of money for, and they have to become like the best. And they have to do all these different things to get their skills, and it takes years. It's not easy to become a professional sports player. But in reality, what the fuck are they even really worth? What the fuck does my kid watching LeBron James gonna do anything for his life except make him want to be LeBron James? And the odds of him being that is damn near slim to none. So, how come a teacher, like, did you know scientists figured out that in the first 5 years of your life, is like the most important, because of everything you learn is gonna lock into your brain, and it's gonna be a part of your personality. Like whoever you originally are, whatever you learn in your first 5 years, you're still a baby, and it stays with you forever. Think about all the things that our babies learn in the first 5 years. What? How to use a phone and stare into it all day and watch cartoons and nothingness. A whole bunch of nothingness. Whole bunch of useless fucking nothingness, man. And when I found that out, I said, oh my God, my kid's gonna hate me for the first 5 years. 13, 14 years. Because those are the whole 14, 15 years of your life is your learning process. And if you're not learning, once you hit those 20s and 30s, it's not that it's too late, but you're not going to be where you should be as a normal human being. Not a better human being, a normal person. This is what all these people are getting rich for. This is what they have nannies and substitute teachers and all these. See, this is what these things are for. They're not just so they can live easier and not have to deal with that responsibility on their own. It's because these things are required and they're necessary to develop a normal child. And it just so happens the Most High, had a book written, and it says the same stuff. And it's just amazing Like I said, you got all these sports players getting millions, and there's doctors that save people's lives every day. And they don't get millions. They don't even get a million. You got to be the best fucking neurosurgeon, brain guy or something, heart surgeon. And then you have to charge all the people that you are doing this to extremely high amounts of money because you don't get paid a lot. If doctors that literally saved lives, and we all know they do, got paid, what, 20 to 50% of what LeBron got, they wouldn't charge all these people that much because they would get it. They'd be getting. So you get it now. If teachers actually got paid more, wouldn't they do their jobs better? Wouldn't they be able to? Oh yeah, everybody would, instead of trying to be a basketball player or a movie star or the next rap star, they would try to be the next greatest teacher, the next Einstein, the next da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just some stupid regular guy that figured this out. In his 20s, listening to other shit. Because, I didn't figure it out. Nothing's new under the sun. I just came to this conclusion after learning. And then as I got older, I seen other people already say this shit. Thousands of years before I did. And then I had the belief in being a man. I don't know how men be so afraid of. Like, I get it, you know what I mean? It is hard, and it's nothing like we ever faced, but you know what I mean? We live in that time where we didn't come from that. We know it's all stories. Like, the hardest nigga you think you know is nowhere near the hardest dude in the past. They had to learn and do and know so much to survive their lives. We complain about going to work for fucking 8 hours, 4 hours. People complain about this shit, and I'm like, yo, you're lucky there's jobs. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? If it was like 500 years ago, first of all, women wouldn't even be working. Majority of men wouldn't be working. You'd be either on some type of land trying to grow your own food just to survive. There is no getting ahead there back then. There was no, we're going to live like the Joneses. Nah, dog, you worked all day, you hunted all day, you farmed all day. Your wife was making clothes and all these different things. Like, people have no idea what hard really is. You dudes are straight pussy. You women are straight pussy. I'm independent. From what? It's a joke, and I'm included in this too, so don't. I at least had the balls to put myself out there, though, and learn some of this stuff and actually do these trainings. Learn how to make fire without gasoline, with sticks. Learn how to hunt and track animals. I never got to use these things, but I've learned them. I learned how to shoot. I learned how to use a bow and arrow. I need way more training with that. I want to be a perfectionist with that. That's going to be my new hobby, I think. Once I figure out where there's a range I can go, that's definitely going to be one of my new hobbies. Because the Most High said Jacob is the master of the bow. And, I'll throw that in there with the scriptures, because, when I say we're the Indians, and 2,000 years ago, the Most High had a book written and said his people would be masters of the bow, children of the feather. And now I live in the future, and I heard of people that used to be like running around with feathers on their head, and their primary weapon was bow and arrows and shit. Like, yeah, I used to hear about people like that, and they used to smoke weed, and they used to go in their little teepee tents, and they used to say that's how they talked to God. They got high in their little tent, and then they praised and they worshipped or whatever they did, and then they talked to the Most High, their Most High, or whatever, their God. These people had supposed magic powers in their ancient days in their story, where their people can do dances to the Lord and it'd make it rain for their crops. to make them survive, like so it wouldn't be hard. They could just make it rain when they need it, because you need rain and stuff. You can make it, you know. They was doing all these natural things, all these. And it's funny. It's funny those people just ain't around no more to teach nobody nothing. It's funny. It's funny the ones that are them, that say they are them. I've run into different types of different things, learning from their culture. Like I said, I learned all cultures. And they do teach certain things and all of that, but for some odd reason, they don't know how to do their ancient people stuff. They still know some remnants of things, but they don't know how to access all this other stuff they were supposed to be doing, which is very odd if you've been living that way this whole time and you still have your knowledge intact. You should be able to duplicate it to some level, you know what I mean, or whatever. I don't know, but I just don't understand, man. Like, I hear people, I always ask people, if you got rich, where would you do? Where would you go? And everybody says the same thing. I just get rich, buy a big ass house, buy land, and all of this dumb shit. And I don't never hear them say nothing else really, it's just buy stuff. It's never, I would retire and learn how to be a man and learn all the things I know I don't know. It's never, I would buy land and figure out how to farm my own food and shit, because I know, all the foods we've been eating ain't the greatest. I would, things like that. Like, I would build my house, not physically yourself, but as of have someone design it out of what the fuck you tell them you want your house to be looking like, not just buy a house like everybody else and have a house. Like, it's amazing how people aren't original in any way. Like, everyone's a clone of other people. And the mind now, it's even worse, because if you don't believe me, walk around and ask people questions. The best question I always ask people, why do you do something? And when you actually get to see how many people don't even understand why they do things, that's when you start seeing how many people just do it because they see other people doing it. And you start wondering, like, how many people actually use their brain every day? Or how many people just see TV, see something they like, and say, I want to be like that, I'm going to be that. And forget all about who they are. It's I don't know. Like, I remember being young, teenager, or a child, and when I was young, everybody got to dress differently and express themselves in ways. And all the customization of t-shirts came out. Not as great as now, but it was out where you can personalize your shit. And even before all that, I remember being in the hood, man, dudes used to get bleach and bleach their clothes and write their names on their jeans and bleach it a certain way and make it look different. Like, there were so many ways to make it. It was crazy how people used to love to be original and be different. And now, anyway, man, I gotta go and enjoy my break. I hope y'all guys having a good day. I hope this talk ain't make you sad and nothing. I'm talking real low, but it's just because it's raining and I was just working my ass off and had a couple of thoughts in my mind. So I just wanted to let you guys know, be original, man. Even if they laugh at you. You know what I mean? Stand out. Just a little bit. You ain't gotta go throw a clown outfit on. But if you realize you walk in the room and you dress like everybody else and the only difference is the colors, yeah, switch it up a little bit, man. Switch it up a little bit. If you always have the same agreement in situations, learn to try to like maybe see another way. Like not saying just disagree to disagree, but like if you disagree, I have my phone in my hand for a reason. I'm on the phone. If you disagree, like you know what I mean, like actually just disagree. There's nothing wrong with it. Like there's nothing wrong with having a disagreement or having a different point of view. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with being yourself. Most people never tried to be themselves. That's why they're never gonna try to be themselves. That's why they watch everything and then they try to be that because they have no idea what being yourself really is. And that's a scary thing when you really don't understand being yourself is you because you never grown yourself. That's why you won't be yourself because you ain't nothing. You're still a little kid. It's crazy. But anyway, man, all love, all praise to the Most High.